Hi, everyone. maglaelfvt here. Yes, this is a very late stream at the request of one of my managers. So this is not my idea. Um, if you are watching me on Twitch, thank you. If you're watching me on TikTok, thank you. Um, I'm just going to be doing a live stream of this game called Bad End Theater. And the thing is that, oh, Violet Heart 9, hey, Allie, hey, oh my god, oh my god, yeah, you're finally able to join a live stream, oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, we really gotta, I really gotta get a schedule so that I can, like, go live when that you're able to. Um, yeah, so playing a game called Bad End Theater. Um, as the name implies, this is nothing but a bunch of bad endings. But yeah, how we get those bad endings is the question. So yeah, let's dive on into the game. Um, yeah. Again, if you are on Twitch, thank you so much. If you are on TikTok, thank you so very much. And if you're on YouTube, I don't think anyone there. Okay, so right into the game. Oh, and that volume is very low. Um, uh, and is the visual going in correctly? Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. Okay. You are the human doll or the demon doll. Which one should I choose? I think I should be. You know what? Let's stick with our roots. Like, let's be a human. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Let's be nice. You try to make friends with a demon doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless! Oh my god! What the heck? What? Why? Why? Why are you trying to be? Why are you trying to kill us? You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's restart the stage and then try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. Okay. You control the demon doll. You are a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Let's also play nice. Oh my god! You and the human doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Aw, that's nice. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Oh, okay. Now, try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Okay. Let's... This one hostile and this one wicked, okay. You control the demon doll. How will you interact with the human doll? Let's attack it. Oh! You both attack each other at once and die together. End tutorial. Dang. Let's reset the stage. Let's have it, like, turn this off, but we're still wicked. Oh, we're controlling the demon, so we don't have to act wicked. Yeah, okay, then we get this nice little ending that we got before. Okay. Okay. I'm done. Do you understand how to play? Yeah, I get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show! Ah, you are the hero. You are A maiden. You are an underling, or you are the overlord. Ooh. Okay, so which one should I go for first? Any input is always welcome. Yeah, which one should I go for first? Hero, maiden, underling, demon, lord. Um, yeah. Let's see. Um, hero. I should go for the hero. Okay. Okay, you're the hero. Okay, so we just learned the behaviors change the outcomes. All of the behaviors are locked. So I guess the only thing we can do is just like go through the story. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? Right? Like, why? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. Okay. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Yeah, let's gain those EXPs. Yeah! Bravely slaughter the evil creatures. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. You know what, let's ask them if they'll let us in. Because why not? We're covered in demon blood, but let's be polite now. You attempt to explain why you've come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier you hadn't had the chance to wash off yet. Sorry. You have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for you. Oopsie. You make your way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in your way. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. No, we have to kill the demon Overlord. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. Oh yeah, gotta find that maiden. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from the world, but what does that matter if we're too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. Return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. Damn. We slayed the demons, but where's the maiden? Damn. And we unlocked Dutiful! Oh! An explanation for what it does. Okay, slaughters all demons. Okay. Okay, what should we do next? Should we play through the hero again and choose something different? Or should we, pick another person to, play through? Curious on the maiden's perspective? Okay. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day, because you are a lovely young girl. Demon Overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Me to a T. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon just to, see what happens. Not too long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. Here's the underling. Oh, so now we've at least seen all of the characters, because we only saw the hero and the overlord. Now we're seeing the maiden and the underling. Okay. It looks pretty scary. Should we shout for a hero, or should we introduce ourselves? Which one should we do? Now, like, does this one even matter? Does this one even matter? I don't know. Like, cause, I mean, what really happened? Like, maybe if we're polite, we'll actually, the maiden will, maybe we'll see the maiden in the hero's story or something. I don't know. Let's be polite. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. Demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful! Oh my god, we're being eaten! That certainly took a turn. Well, okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. Anything. Of course, this was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Consumed maiden end. We were eaten. Oh, but we unlocked polite. Okay. Who else? You know what? Let's try to control the underling. Maybe we can prevent the maiden from dying in such a very cruel way. You are a demon underling in service of the overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Okay. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the overlord for a day off. He gives you an earful about the responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. You know what? Let's not overthrow her. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You were actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably, there's nothing to do. Yeah, I guess, I mean, complaining about a lack of excitement isn't the worst case scenario. Yeah. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. This is the maiden! She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Now I'm curious. Is like, let's gobble her up. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden with so much as a second thought, and you feel quite proud of that. Oops. Oh my god, not even bones are left. Oh my god. Not even bones are left. What the hell? Okay. Wait, okay, you can go back. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. People are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think it's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Well, you just, you ate a girl. So, you know what, let's, put on a show, because why not? You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams louder. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause! You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, this was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Well, at least, it died satisfied. That's all that can be asked, I guess. Sure. Performer underling end. Oh, we gain more endings the more... Oh, okay. Okay. And then we can change these based on... Yeah. We can turn these on or off. For the other characters. Okay. What should I go for next? 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 You know what? Let's, might as well do the Overlord and start that. Yeah, I guess so. Overlord. Oh wait, because I guess I turned off all of the emotions. Hold on. Autosave. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. You know what? Okay. Slaughters all demons. Doesn't scream. Okay. Sure. You know what? Let's turn that off. Let's turn this on. Okay. Okay. Maiden is not polite, so she will scream. Not that it'll change anything, I guess. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do! You're still new to the whole Overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Tell them to get back to work or grant them the day off. You know what, let's be nice and just grant them the day off. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do whom knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. You wake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army, and you are unable to defeat him. Oh no. His decisive swings, he stabs, with decisive swings, I can't read. He stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. Damn. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you the strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. Conquered Overlord End. Damn. Well, now we have the option to, now we have some emotions. Apparently there's more than one, I guess. So, now to start replaying some stories, but with different emotions turned on and off. Okay, so the reason why the hero is slaughtering all the demons is because he's dutiful. What happens if we turn this off? So it's off right now. Let's keep the underling hungry, because why not? Okay. Oh, and also, if you are on TikTok, I am trying to reach 10 followers. If I reach 10 followers, 10 followers since the live started. Because obviously I'm like 200 something. But if I reach 10 followers, I will change my outfit. So, yeah. Okay, so, not that that's a big deal. Yeah, so that, like, it's not that big of an incentive. But like, every little bit helps. Thanks. Okay, so... Okay, so... what combination should we do? Oh, yeah, right, sorry. Okay, we're going to be playing the Overlord, but making the hero not dutiful. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think? Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. See their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? You know what, let's be a tyrant and tell them to get back to work, because it's a little fun to do that. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice, comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You are awakened by one of your underlings. They've brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Oh. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames! What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you to get out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards! You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards! You'll see them in hell. Burned Overlord end. Damn. Can't even sleep peacefully. Shame. Ah, so another ending. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, we get a map of all the different endings. Okay, so like, okay. Story, being a tyrant. If the underling is hungry and the hero is dutiful. Oh, we got the conquered. Okay, that. Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Okay, so what combination of things should we do now? Combination of things. What combination of things should we do? What combination of things should we do? Like, curious. What should we do? What combination of things should we do? I'm not sure. Ba 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 ba. Um, hmm. Hold on. I'm gonna get a snack. Okay, so we should be hungry, disloyal, and a tyrant. Okay, so... Hmm. You know what, now I'm curious. Okay, the underling was hungry, obviously, the first time we played the maiden, but we were polite, so how about we scream for help this time? You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are such a pretty young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were just to hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Okay, this time we're gonna shout for help. You yell, but a hero does not come. Oh, what? And then we're eaten again! Oh my god. And then we saw, from the underling's perspective, there's not even bones remain! Not even her clothes remain! Dang! This underling is vicious. Well, okay, reset the stage. Okay, so... Okay, so what else can we try? What else? What okay, yeah, the poor maiden. Okay, how about we make the underling not hungry? You are a maiden with a not hungry underling. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. Okay. Alright, I have this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. Oh, wow. We're polite to this demon, so wait. This demon underling, if he doesn't eat you, he's just rude! Oh my god! What the actual hell? Ugh. We can't catch a break from this dude. First he plans to overthrow us. First he talks with his his fellow demon underlings about possibly dethroning the overlord who's just trying to mind her own dang business. And then he ventures out, he runs into a maiden, and then he's either A, hungry and eats her, or B, he's not hungry, but then is just rude. My god. Okay, anyway, so... They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. Thank God. Okay, after a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen, then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maidenlike enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. Little by little, you realize that they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. It turns out she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. Yeah, I guess humans can be monsters of their own. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Does the maiden have a lesbian crush on the demon Overlord? Does she? Does she? Eh? Gay? 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 I'm sorry, oh my god, sorry. The tension is strong. Yeah. Okay. As you think that, a hero enters the room. Oh, yeah, he's not covered in blood because, yeah, we didn't make him dutiful. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez! The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her! The hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You bust into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have noticed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognized from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demons come right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You are relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. And thinking that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames! If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you had left as you were told, only the demon overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do. So you just pray. The overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. Yikes. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Damn. Devout maiden end. Woo! That was intense. Okay, so okay. Okay. So, what combination should we try out next? So, remember that if you're choosing the emotions, like you're the emotions of the character that you're choosing do not matter because you're making those choices while playing that story. Okay. I honestly do recommend this game. It does seem like a lot of fun. Granted, I imagine with like 41 endings, it's not that long. You know what? Let's play through it again, but make the maiden polite. Sorry. Let's play through the maiden again. Make the hero dutiful. Shout for a hero. Oh! What the heck? Okay. Okay, you're taken to the Overlord's castle. Start to build a bond. Lesbian stuff. But now the hero is bloody. Okay, a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon, too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord who you had just been getting along with so well has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you must have been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. Well, the hero did just, like, kill a bunch of her servants, so I can understand if, like, you know, she's not exactly trusting of this guy. Oh my god, Sluggy! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god! Okay, okay, any mods, can we get a shout out for, Sluggy Bunny VT? Hey Sluggy! Oh, I'm also, your first time chatting in my stream. Sluggy raid! Oh my god, thank you so much! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait, okay. Any mods in chat? Can we get a shout out like exclamation mark SO Sluggy Bunny VT? Can we get that? Allie, if you're still here, what? I could have sworn I've been here. Maybe you've been here, but I guess this is like the first time you've chatted. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Hi, my name is maglaelfvt. Violet Heart 9. Exclamation mark SO spacebar the username. Sorry, I've never done it. Well, now's your chance to learn. We all gotta learn something. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Well, although maybe I should move my avatar over to this side. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, thanks, Allie. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is maglaelfvt. I am a half elf, half triclops VTuber. I'm from a kingdom where racism used to be a very big problem, but now it's not because the new king decided, hey, no more racism, because he's a cool dude. And I decided to make a name for myself as a casino dealer. I run a casino called the Third Eye Tavern, which is also the name of my Discord server. Link not in bio. Sorry, I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, I decided to make a name for myself as a casino dealer. I run a casino called the Third Eye Tavern, but when I'm not running my casino, I am a magical boy who fights evil. Yeah! If you guys have to raid and run, that is a-okay. Oh yeah, Discord in the chat, yeah, you can totally do that. Yeah, go ahead. Thanks for doing that. Okay, so on with the story. It's clear now that you have been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. You somehow managed to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Escaped Maiden A. Wait, Escaped Maiden A, so I guess that implies there's another Escaped Maiden ending? Huh. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see. Let's, you know what? Let's play it from the Overlord's perspective. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's pretty good. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Demon Overlord is going to grant them the day off. Nice. Nothing better to do. We take a nap. Knock on the door. The demon underling from earlier brought back some company. Oh, and for anyone who is not subscribed, we do have ads coming in 6 minutes. This is going to be a 3-minute ad. At which point I will be taking a little bit of a break because I am hungry. I ate a big meal for Thanksgiving, but that was hours ago. It's a maiden from a nearby human village. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. Wait, what? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it. You tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Lesbians! Lesbians! Gay! Gay! They are gay! You wonder what to say. Ooh, we can be antisocial. You know what? Let's tell her to go home, cause why not? Let's be rude. Oh, hi Booga14, on TikTok. Hope you weren't. Sorry, I was doing a thing with my TikTok side, sorry, my Twitch side. So sorry if I ignored you for a bit. Shoot. That was okay. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. Okay. You don't want to hurt her, but you also want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as to not agitate them and get heroes sent after you. Oh. That explains why people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. She is. Yes. Gay. Bro, you cannot tell me they are just friends. Absolutely. Oh my god. Like, okay. Well, to be fair, they just met. But there's definitely chemistry. Also, this is okay, to be fair, this is like the longest, like, a day is the longest that a relationship will ever be established. Simply because, like you get endings way too fast in this game. But still. Yeah, they are bound to be lovers. Oh my god. Yeah, I totally agree, Allie. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces, all strewn about, your castle really has taken it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come here for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one here for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has this turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing, but you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants with no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Wrathful Overlord N. So you can start to see why this is called Bad End. theater because like even if like you're winning some sort of battle as like the hero, like you slaughter all your enemies, like you don't rescue the maiden, you're not a hero, not truly. Um as the overlord, like yeah, you defeated the hero, but all of your servants are dead. The maiden is terrified of you. So yeah, and you're just alone. You can start to see how this starts to be, a bad end theater. Okay. That tyrant, because why not? And let antisocial again. Um, let's see. Just out of curiosity, if I made the hero not dutiful, so he will not be covered in demon blood. Huh? You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time, it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hasn't led to any horrible consequences. Yeah, only in another reality you like slaughtered all of the demons. So who were completely innocent, by the way. Well, not completely. Some of them did plan to kill the Overlord, but still. But I guess in this reality, like, cool. Cool. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you hadn't that you had one of those to begin with. Oh, we are on a 3-minute ad break. Nope, wrong button. BRB. Sorry about that. I went on a little bit of a longer snack break. Uh, okay. Okay. So, let us continue. You want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Oh, we can be possessive. Um we can keep her here. Uh you know what? Do we want to let that side out? Also, I should mention I have some popcorn here. Hmm. Hmm. Let's the maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. What? You tell the hero you won't let him take her back home. The maiden assures you she'll be back. But you don't budge. But you... Yeah. You don't budge. I didn't even notice this before. The demon overlord has pointy ears and 3 eyes. Well, also demon horns, but that's beside the point. Hey, look, 2 ears, 3 eyes. Oh my god, we're the same. We're the same. Oh my god, that's so cool. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. He's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden. She backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already one of your underlings. The maiden screams. The servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Damn. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Betrayed Overlord and B. Damn. We unlocked Possessive. We can let our Yandere side out now. Okay. So we're a little short on the maiden and the hero. Let's try to unlock some more emotions for them. Dude. Well, okay. Okay, let's be the hero. And, unselect all of these, because why not? You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Yeah. Okay, so, let's flee like a coward. I like that description. Flee like a coward, because why not? Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to fight that to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. Oh, hey, Aiden. Hey, welcome in. Playing some Bad End Theater. It's not that common of a game that I see people play, but, or even talk about, but it's pretty fun. You get to, play as one of 4 roles. You make your way through all of the endings. It's called Bad End Theater for a reason. We keep getting a bunch of bad endings, but hopefully we eventually, get a not bad ending. I hope you're doing well. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. Yeah, let's be diplomatic. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. Oh, you're feeling a little sick? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you feel better. Like, okay, make sure to take that medication, whatever, like either it's prescribed or over the counter. If it's something like a cold or COVID, like, you're more than likely just going to, like, take some over the counter stuff. But, like, yeah, take it and read the instructions and take it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Violet Heart 9, for wishing Aiden Aten wellness. By the way, if you're curious, I'm eating popcorn. I'm making a mess. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. What do we do? What do we do? Destroy the Demon Overlord or ask the Maiden what's going on? You know what? Should we be heroic? Well, from what we've gathered thus far, maybe being heroic isn't necessarily actually heroic, but let's destroy the Overlord anyway. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it, after slight hesitation. You must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet at the trek back to the village. You must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done at slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You're remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Triumphant hero end. Well, you could say that is a good ending, quote-unquote, but only from the hero's perspective. But in all honesty, like, the maiden looks miserable. And also, like, the Overlord is dead. Is that really truly a good ending if, like, one of the characters that you can play as is dead? Is it really a good ending? Without context of the maidens and Overlord's perspective, it's a good end. Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, hey, Damien. The context makes it much worse, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna do something real fast. Okay, sorry. I had to do something. Yeah, and also eating more popcorn. Hmm. Okay, so. Hmm. Let's play through the maiden's perspective. Let's try to unlock some of her other emotions. Let's make the Overlord antisocial. Cause why not? You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful... Okay, whatever. Introduce yourself. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying. Lesbian stuff. Okay. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. But because we made the Overlord antisocial, the Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude! You just got here! Should we be obedient and obey her, or refuse to leave? Which one should we do, chat? Be obedient and obey her, or refuse to leave? Sorry, I'm taking this opportunity to eat more popcorn. Obey her because we did refuse earlier. Yeah, well, we didn't refuse. That was just like an automatic choice with how she was. But yeah, we can obey her. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve! You are very upset that this so-called hero would treat you this way and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord had never had any intentions of harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. What's wrong with having sympathy? The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could have you returned without the aid of a hero, they ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must have conspired with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never really cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. Sounds a little similar to something in our world, huh? Anyway, you are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are called for public execution. What? You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder what would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You have always lived honestly. So why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Executed maiden end. Well, that's dark. Yeah. That's a... Yikes. Hold on. Another thing that I have to do. Hold on. If you want, take the time to pick out the emotions, and then which protagonist I should play. If you want, just because I need to do a thing for a second. Like, if you don't, that's totally fine. Okay, I think I am going to do just one more. I'm gonna do one more uh play, and then I'm gonna raid out because I am a little tired. Yeah, I did start streaming pretty late, so yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby Demon Overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Let's flee like a coward. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. You can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden on your own now, if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back toward the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? It's dangerous! The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. You know what, let's believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you, even though her story is kind of hard to believe. You feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. The maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or any of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. My god, this maiden has it so rough. Like, jeez, like, sexism at its finest. The hero just said it's not his story to tell, And yet, when she tries to explain her story, they just look back at him. What the heck? What the hecky, everyone? You totally believe her. But to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowds break into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. My god, jeez, these people are ruthless. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friend down already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the demon overlord's castle. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks, the overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You had only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. You think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No. Going in would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden had been claimed by the demon. Bystander, hero, and A. That was very, very sad. Okay, so we are going to be rating out. Let's see. Is this person... Okay. So we are going to be rating into one of my friends. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Going to be rating now. Everyone who joined on TikTok, thank you so very much. Everyone who joined on Twitch, thank you so very much. And yeah, let us get ready to raid. Good night. Good night. Good night all. Good night all. Good night all. Good night. And I hope you enjoyed this stream. It was a lot of fun playing this, and yeah. Okay. Bianca Kaida VT. Let's go.